What is up, everyone? This is the Schwami with the Sharp app. It is Thursday, September 12th, and we are excited. NFL football tonight. We got Thursday night football, and we are going to get some picks out to you today, just like I have in the past since the season started. I want to go over some picks that we've already given out. If you haven't had them yet, if you didn't see them, and then we can go over some new ones. But we got a lot of promos with these pick'ems, and we need to take advantage of them. So let's make sure that we do that. And another thing that we want to take a look at is just some single prop lines and game lines as well. We got a lot to cover today. I got my son's soccer game here in about a half an hour. So want to make sure that I get through everything. But yeah, we're in week 2. This is week 2. And let's go ahead and get started. We had a really good week last week. We had over 25 bets that hit and absolutely crushing it so far. So let's take a look first and see what our AI prediction on the Sharp app is. And make sure that you first, actually, before we get started, please like and give me a follow so that we can continue to get some free content out to you guys. We of course have Sharp app Pro Plus, which I have in my description. I have a link for a 20% discount for anyone. But, if you want the free content, at least give me a like and a follow. So appreciate that. Let's see here. Let me show you guys what that looks like as far as our AI prediction right now. We got the handles tool, the AI handles tool. So right now, the public, which we generally like to fade the public, right, is betting on. We're taking a look right here. This is the total score. So they are betting the over right now. 72% of the bets coming in right now are for the over. So that is, what we like to call square money, public money. Obviously, they like to see scoring in games like this. The public does. They, love to see Tyreek score and Achane score and, Josh Allen run it in. But if we take a look at the sharp money, which is 70% on the under, that's not as exciting, right? Games on the under, and sportsbooks know that. So they know that most of the bets go to the over, and it is, the lines are put there accordingly. So I'm taking the under. I've already placed my bet here before this, because this was on my previous video for my Sharp app video. So I did take the under 48.5, which is where it stands right now. It was at 49.5 earlier today, and I missed that. I got it at 48.5. I think it went down to 47. It may be 47.5 on some books. We got about a 42% differential with the money. So most of the money is the sharp money, and that's going to the under. So, if you take a look at the game here, there's no Steph Diggs. There's no, there's no Gabe Davis. And yes, they do have Coleman here, but it's, they haven't been together yet. Josh Allen has not been throwing to him, and they got to get acclimated. I mean, Curtis Samuel only had like 20 something. The percentage of the snap share was so small for him. It was minuscule. Everyone thought Curtis Samuel was going to get the ball, but he didn't. It was Matt Collins who got a couple catches last week. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with Buffalo here, but I kind of you got Jalen Ramsey on the other side. You got Phillips, who is a monster, on the defensive line there, who I put down for a sack today, and we'll see what happens. But I could see this being Josh Allen maybe tucking the ball and taking off for some rush yards here. So I'm taking the under, I'm sticking to that. That's my game theory here. We'll see what happens, of course. You have Josh Allen, who is 6-0 all time on Thursday night. You have Tua, who is 0-6 against the Bills. So is that story going to continue here, or will we see something different? Tyreek hasn't hit 100 yards against the Bills either. So we see a lot of promos for him today, and we'll see what kind of game he has, because he has not done, like he hasn't had a game like he normally does against the Dolphins. So I mean, against the Bills. So we'll see here, but let's get into some of these promos that we have here. I always recommend getting as many books, as many pick'ems as possible, because there's lots of promos out there. That's how you beat the books, is you take advantage of these promos, and you you build your bankroll off of that. And especially at the beginning of the season, this really helps out. So let's see. So the first pick that I have here, as far as pick'ems go, is Ray Davis. His line was at I found it on our Proptimizer. That's the #1 tool on the Sharp app, and his line was at 11.5 rush yards. So he's behind James Cook, and he had more than that last week. So this line is severely off on Vivid Picks. This is what this is. They have a promo right now for Tyreek Hill. So I'll put some links in the description for you guys. But the line for Davis was and could still be off pretty good here. So over 7.5 yards. I have him there paired with Tyreek Hill. I generally take 2 picks, maybe 3, because of just better chances to hit, right? So that is the first one, just because the odds were juiced to the over at 11.5. So this should really be a free pick right here for Vivid Picks for $30. So we'll go ahead and take that one, and hopefully cash this one no sweat. Let's see here. Let's go to the next one, because I know a lot of people don't have Vivid Picks. I honestly didn't know about them until about a month ago. So I would hop on that, because they are trying to grow, and they are trying to take some market share away from these other pick'em sites, who have, some of them have kind of dropped the ball lately with just not being up, or just the promos being pretty weak, right? Going down to $5 or whatnot. So here's the next one. Is ParlayPlay $20 max. So they just put this out. ParlayPlay put this out. It was Tua Tagovailoa over 240 passing yards. It's about 20% discount or so. So obviously we're taking the over here. And then Zamir White, this was one of the lowest ones right here, is 39 rush yards. So you want to get this on ParlayPlay if it's still there, because Zamir White was 41.5 yards everywhere else. So I went ahead and grabbed that at ParlayPlay. So pretty good multiplier here. We got over a 3 multiplier on ParlayPlay, and this was just basically just the promo was just put out by them right now, not too long ago. So we're taking that for ParlayPlay. I'll show these again at the end because I know some people hop on later, but yeah, that is the second pick'em right there. And the reason that I'm kind of taking some of these Sunday games is because I've put out so many picks now throughout the week for Thursday night that I'm not gonna try to just put out a pick that's a B or C pick. I want to make sure that there are A picks for you guys. So if we have to wait a few days to cash this ticket, like for a $20 like slip, I'm gonna go ahead and wait and get the best play on the board. If you follow me at all, you can pretty much see that the plays that I put out have especially for the NFL, have all had over 90% of them have had positive CLV. So we're getting these picks early, and then they are the lines are going in the right direction for us throughout the week. So go ahead and get this, and I can tell you Zamir White's yards, his rush yards are going to go up from here. All right, this one, let's see, kind of zoom in here, but let's see. This is pick 6. So we got a $10 free, basically sweat free promo right now for pick 6. So I went ahead and did 4, just a little bit. We could do 6, we could do 2, but we'll go 4 because then people in states where they have the max of 4, they can play, and we can all sweat it out together too. So the picks here, we went with Josh Allen under 33.5 passing attempts, and Tua over 22.5 completions. Tyreek over 6.5 receptions. That's like a minus 150 or something like that. And then Keon Coleman over 43.5 receiving yards, which is moving up to, it's around this number, but it's also, I've seen it, I think, all the way up to like 45.5. So those are the 4 picks there. And then I'll show you guys kind of where I'm getting these numbers from, why I'm making these picks. But again, that was pick 6 right there. Let's see. I wanted to show you the Proptimizer if you haven't seen it, but we'll go to NFL. So we're on the Proptimizer, and then we're just going to select the matchup, the Bills and Dolphins. Then we're just going to apply. And these were the top props that were on the board with the best edge. We want to see it in the green above 10%. And the NFL right now is pretty soft as far as props goes. We are the reason we're crushing it because we're all over it. But these edges are really good. If you look at it compared to baseball, they have obviously a lot more data right now than they do with the NFL with only 1 week of play so far. So, they're pretty soft, and the props is kind of the way to go right now. And that's why you see me focus heavily on props, is because this is where the money's at. This is where there is significant discrepancy. And, when we're getting a line of 7.5 for a player and it's 11.5 on the books, there's some significant like inefficiencies in the market. So you can definitely make a lot of money playing props. So like, Matt Collins here is the top prop on the board. So if you have Fanatics, I'm unable to play Fanatics. I'm in a non-legal sports book state, so I can only play on like Fliff and Rebet, Thrills, whatever social gaming apps there are out there, or I have to go to offshore like Bovada or Bet Online, something like that. But I already played Matt Collins, so I didn't take him. Yep, they got the rushing yards here for Ray Davis. Looks like he did get bumped down. It was 11.5. It's still 11.5 on some places, but 7.5, 9.5, 11.5. So he did come down a little bit, but I still like it at 7.5. I think he was at, I don't know, 13 or 15 last week. So, and then you have Curtis Samuel, who we took a pick on PrizePicks. If you watch the TikTok or YouTube video this morning, he's going to be like it. We just don't know his snap share. So that one is, but it's still, we're still looking at 16.5, 17.5 yards here. So we still are looking good. And that's, one or two catches for him. I mean, when he is out there, it looks like he, half the time he's going to be up against Jalen Ramsey, which could be tough too. Josh Allen, we took this prop under a half of an interception already. That's the top Josh Allen prop on the board. It's at plus money. So we definitely like plus money. Jonnu Smith is the next prop down here. And this one is over 14.5. I have not taken Jonnu Smith because if you look at the Dolphins and they've just never, Mike Gesicki was supposed to be a freak athlete and they just never passed to the tight ends, So I don't know. And he didn't, in his first week, he had one catch for 7 yards. So I'm not sure about that. I mean, we have it as a top prop and he should, he's a good tight end, but we don't know what's going to happen there. So I'm kind of waiting on him. I did like Dawson Knox. Now that I had at 13.5 on PrizePicks and it went to 14.5. So we did get some positive CLV there. The passing attempts on Josh Allen, we have it projected at 30 and we're taking the under 33.5. So we are all over that. And I think that's due to him not having the same, he doesn't have Steph Diggs, he doesn't have his all-pro receiver there and just kind of getting acclimated with Keon Coleman, Matt Collins out there. So, and Curtis Samuel. So that's kind of the Proptimizer there, showing you the top plays here. And why we took Josh Allen under the 33.5 attempts. And let's see. I think our next play was like Tua over 22.5 completions on that pick 6 slip. And that's down here as well. It's still on the first page here. So take a look here. When they did play Buffalo, that was last year, and that was, I don't believe that was with Jalen Waddle out there. I think he was hurt, so his completions were down there. So we do have him projected at 24, about 1.5 more completions than 22.5. So that is why we're taking that. All right, let's go back to the picks and we'll show you the next pick here and what it's going to be. Let's see what that is. So we got pick 6. Hopefully you got that. What do we got? See, a lot of these, unfortunately, don't have, regular web pages. So I kind of just put them all together and show you like this. So there's a Superdraft promo right now with Tyreek Hill, a free square. So you can play it up to $10. I just played it for 5. I know a lot of people might play it for 5 or 10, but 5, I'm not huge on 5 picks. I know a lot of people out there post those when they win, but I'll play it for $5 and for 20 times money, right? So it's because it's really a 4 pick. I mean, if he hits the 82.5, but it's not. Yeah, I guess it's not really a free square because it's really a discounted square. So they put free square, but 82.5 against the Bills is definitely not a free square. So I don't think they should really say that. But Brock Purdy over 19.5 pass completions. These are all plays that I pulled off the Proptimizer. And then rushing attempts, Isaiah Pacheco over 15.5. Jaden Daniels under 252 pass plus rush yards. I put a play out for him earlier under 210 or something like that, passing yards. So under 252.5 against the Giants is another Proptimizer play. And then uh, the Saints, Derek Carr loves to throw the ball anyway, but going up against Dallas, he's going to have to throw the ball. So over 32.5, that one is on the Proptimizer, and that one's a pretty easy pick there for Derek Carr. So those are 5 for Superdraft. I don't know if people have that, but they really have been putting out a lot of promos. They've since the preseason. So definitely, I think it's worth getting them, as well as the other ones that we have on here, and they have a really good match as well. So you want to get, I don't know exactly what it is right now because I've been with them for a long time, but when I had signed up, it was at least a couple $100. And then they have these re-up ones where you can deposit and get 50% match which they have right now. So if you do have Superdraft and want to redeposit, I like to take advantage of a lot of those, at least with the ones that I play a lot, like Sleeper, which mentioning Sleeper, they have a deposit. If you deposit $15 today with Sleeper, you get a free protected pick tomorrow that we will, we'll share our protected pick. So that's a pretty good one. So I would put $15 in Sleeper. You can always take, if you can always take that out. I always wait a couple days just so I don't get flagged, and because I'm always playing with house money. I only play with winnings, so I'd like to take out, $15 if I'm going to put it in, because it just makes me feel better, less stressed. When I'm playing with house money, it's much better. So, all right. So we got the Underdog. Underdog has a promo every single day of the NFL season right now. They got a 30% boost today. So you want to play a 3-pick with this one. I think I did a 2 last week, but if you look at the numbers, you really want to play a 3-pick because it really boosts up your multiplier to 7.5. So, if you just play a 2-pick, it's like 3.6 or something. So if you play a 3-pick, you're looking at a 7.5 multiplier. So Cortland Sutton, number 1 receiver on the Broncos. Yes, he's going up against Pittsburgh, but higher than 36.5 receiving yards. That's a a top Proptimizer play, but it's also 36.5 receiving yards. That could be one catch for Cortland Sutton, and they got a game plan for this guy to get the ball, because that's really their only chance of winning, is getting their best player the ball. So we're definitely taking that. And then Anthony Richardson, he definitely scares me, but that's I roll with the numbers, and that's a top Optimizer play, right? So Anthony Richardson under 243.5 passing plus rushing yards. I kind of think about him as a rookie anyway, since he was hurt so much last year. Going into Green Bay, that's going to be a hostile environment. So I think he's projected, under 200 yards passing. So it's similar to Daniels in that regard. He has played some more, but we'll go with the under on the road in Green Bay. And then Justice Hill, this number is just too low. And I thought about this for the first week as well. I think I played it. Yeah, I did play it the first week, and he smashed this number. I played this just as a single prop, the Justice Hill receiving yards. I mean, Derrick Henry kind of has brick hands, so Justice Hill is the guy that's going to go in there and catch the ball. So 11.5 receiving yards. I will be playing this as well as a single prop because that's going to be one of my favorites again of the week to play for is Justice Hill receiving yards. So that is the Underdog promo, 30% boost. And then we got a couple of Boom Fantasy. So Boom Fantasy owns Sports Predictor. So we just did them. We just did them separately. I mean, you can play the same player if you want, but Josh Allen, free square under 1,000 passing TDs, and then Dak Prescott, I mean, should have a big game. He had a down game against, one of the best defenses in the NFL, if not the best, in Cleveland Browns. So I think over 254.5 yards, he should be able to easily get this number. So definitely like that for Sports Predictor. And then we have Boom Fantasy, which we just took Bryce Young under 195.5 passing yards. I mean, they've only knocked him down like 4 passing yards from 200 where he usually starts, or 199. So, I mean, the Chargers defense looked really good last week. And again, like I always say, these are not just like, numbers that I'm coming up with. These are off of the Proptimizer, but I have to agree with them. So I'm not going to just blindly take them off the Proptimizer. I'm going to take them, and if they make sense to me, if I see it as well, then I'm going to play these. And I encourage everybody to do the same thing and not just blindly follow anybody. I mean, if that's how you play, that's how you play. But that's not what I recommend, because that if you're just blindly following someone, that can that can lead to some losses, and that can be frustrating. But at least if you have a lean one way or another, it feels a lot better, right? And you can mitigate some losses that way. So I don't care who it is. If I don't like the play, I'm not gonna play it. And it just seems like when you do play those plays that somebody else picked and you didn't really feel like it always seems like it ends up biting you. So that's my advice. Take it or leave it. All right. And then we got this free square now on Fliff. So a lot of you have talked to me about Fliff because kind of don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool. It's a really cool app. I like it. I like the user interface because there are other apps out there like them, but they are pretty much the top dog in the game right now. I am taking a look at other ones, and Fliff their lines keep getting better. They may not be as good as other sites that if you are in a legal gambling state, yeah, you want to look at DK, and if you can get a better line for sure. But they are offering promos now like this one. So this is a free square. I mean, $10 to double your money. I mean, it's basically if you put $10 into Fliff, or you have $10 and you just bet on this, and Sean O'Malley's going to land a strike on Saturday. So, you're going to double your money. So again, take advantage of the promos. That's what we got to do. Every, free dollar you can get is going to, especially if you're newer to gambling, is going to keep you treading water. You want to tread water until you can swim, because and start making money if that's what you're looking to do. Or if you're just having fun, you also want to just help your bankroll out, right? So, and all these little things help. So that's what I try to do, is make sure that I can help everybody out, get you all the promos that are out there, make sure that you know about all of them on the different sites, and make sure we take advantage of them and we don't miss them, because there was one last night with Cooper Cup, and it was on Sports Predictor, and boom, and I missed out on it. I thought it would be there today, and I would have only won like $20 if I did a 2-pick, but still $20 is $20, right? So and then because they have another one today, so that's another 20. I mean, that's free money just sitting there. So why not take advantage of it? So if you don't have Fliff, you buy coins, they give you cash. That's the loophole, is you buy social coins on their app. They give you cash. That's how they get around it somehow. It's almost in every single state. I think it's in like 47, 48 states. You use my promo code and you get up to $100 match. And I have a link in there as well. So $100 free plus another 10 for the free square. Not a bad deal there at all. So I was gonna go take a look before we get out of here on PrizePicks to see if we could do a live play. Let's see here. Let's see if we want to do a quick live PrizePicks play before we get out of here. All right. So, because I wanted to take this Keon Coleman over 3.5 receiving yards. I mean, this guy looks good. So I think I do think that Josh Allen is going to try to get him the ball. And that's one catch really. So we'll go ahead and take him for the first quarter over 3.5 receiving yards. And then the other one, I don't know here. I got the first half. Let's see if there's any other ones in first quarter. I do think that he is going to have to run the ball. So I'm just trying to think if we should do 2 or 4 here. So 26, 52. I think, yeah, if we take a look at that, he had 7 against Miami in the playoffs there in the first quarter. His line is at like 35.5. So if you multiply it out, you're going to look at, it's about 28, 7 times 4, 28. So, I mean, he should be over this number. So let's take Josh Allen for his over 6.5 Q1 prop. And then let's go to Tyreek. I always like him over his first quarter receiving yards. He hit that last week for us, and we need one more. I don't know about field goals. I mean, I don't really like to bet field goals because I feel like that is pretty volatile. But let's take a look at the first half props for make sure I'm sharing my screen. I'm not even sharing my screen. Someone tell me. All right. There we go. You guys can see now. So we got Keon Coleman over 3.5 receiving yards. Josh Allen over 6.5 rushing yards. Tyreek over 15.5 receiving yards. And we want one more. Oh, they just, someone must be watching. They're changing it to 4.5 right here. They bumped it. So that's fine. I think one catch is going to take care of that regardless. So as long as they don't keep bumping it, we should be fine. So we want one more. We don't want that. We don't like that 5 multiplier. We can get 6 right now on Underdog if we do this. So if we were to do this, so we need one more play here to to go ahead and get a 10 multiplier. So trying to think what, I mean, everybody thinks it's going to be a Jalen Waddle night, but I really don't. I know he's got a good matchup, but I don't like Jalen Waddle. He never seems to come through. He just doesn't. So I have a problem clicking his name. It's like I can't. It's like that meme or that GIF where the guy's like pressing the button and trying not to. That's like me with Jalen Waddle. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So, man, what should we do for the fourth pick then? So we got Tyreek, Allen, Coleman. Try to talk this through because I don't like I think Tua sucks against he sucks against the Bills. So I'm thinking of taking they don't have him on here, but might have to take his yards, his pass yards under 133 and a half, 266. Yeah, so I'm going to take his under 133 and a half on Tua for first half. So that's 10x right there. Yeah, 10x. So Josh Allen over rushing yards, Tyreek over receiving yards, Keon Coleman over first quarter receiving yards. Those are all first quarter. And then Tua under on 133 and a half passing yards. So we'll go ahead and lock that one in. There we go. So we got that. If you guys aren't in our free Discord, get in our free Discord because we are dropping plays all day long. We dropped a better slip 1,000 times or 100 times better slip for $1,000 today. So hopefully that one hits for us. But it's in our free Discord. You can head over there. Anybody can be in there. It's in our free pick channel. So go ahead and head on over there. And yeah, thanks for joining. And good luck, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully, I'll be on tomorrow and going over some of the NFL Week 1 props, plays, and promos for Sunday. All right. See you, everyone. Thanks.